When I was 15, I made a grown-ass man cry. I don't even know how to tell this story, so I'm just going to tell it. When I was 15, I was the type that had a big group of friends. These days, I have a very small group. A lot of them don't even know each other. A lot of my friends do not know each other. But back then, massive group, a lot of them were older than me. Some of them were my age, 15, but a lot of them were in like their early 20s. And it's only in hindsight I've realised how messed up that is. But anyway, when I was 15, I was seeing an 18-year-old. I'm going to call him Victor. So I'm seeing Victor, and I quite like Victor. But me and Victor were casual. We were friends. We were very close friends. But it wasn't a relationship. Me and my friends used to hang around in parks. If it was raining, we would be in car parks. Drinking, smoking, other stuff. I never got into the other stuff, but I like to drink. One day, it's raining really heavily, so I go in the car park. As soon as I go in the car park, we had this friend called Michael. There's about 20 of us in this car park, and Michael's gay. And Michael kept giving me dirty looks, but I couldn't figure out why, and I didn't want to ask because there's a group of us. I didn't want to ask in front of a group of people like, why are you giving me dirty looks? So I was just pretending that I couldn't see it. Michael has a playlist going. This is like Nokia days. Michael has a playlist on, and Michael had been doing a lot of... Michael started crying. The problem was, while he was crying, Giggs was playing. Look What the Cat Dragged In was playing. And Michael, this 19-year-old big gay guy, is crying. So at this point, everyone turns to him and they're like, what's wrong? And he looks dead in my face and goes, you, her. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm just sitting here. Turns out, didn't know this, Victor, the guy I was seeing, is bisexual. I had no idea. Now, me and Victor weren't exclusive. Me and Victor had never said we weren't allowed to see other people. So it turns out Victor had been sleeping a couple of times with Michael. Instantly, I'm pissed because I thought the reason why Victor hadn't told me he slept with someone else was because he hadn't been. The minute you sleep with... I don't care if you're a man or a woman. The minute you sleep with someone else while you're sleeping with me, I'm pissed. You're risking my health. And the reason Michael was crying was because Victor had ended it with Michael, and Victor had said it was because of me. Because Victor wanted to be with me. But I know Victor was lying. I knew instantly, as soon as Michael said those words, I knew Victor's bullshitting. Victor is just trying to get out of this situation with you, and he's putting it on me. Victor didn't want to be with me. So now I've got Michael crying while listening to Giggs because he found out about me and Victor. I was like, Michael, I didn't even know about you and Victor. What the fuck is Victor playing at? He played us both. I didn't even feel played, to be honest. I was pissed. I was annoyed. Michael was annoyed, but for different reasons, because it turns out Michael was in love with Victor. I didn't know that. Michael had never said something like that. Probably wouldn't have stopped me because I never actually liked Michael, because Michael was in the newspaper for groping someone. At school, he was sexting someone in his school. He went to a boys' school. He was sexting someone, and they agreed to meet in the toilets. And then when the boy went to the toilets, they were chatting, and then the other boy changed his mind. He was like, actually, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not ready to come out kind of thing. I'm not ready to experiment. And so Michael groped him, and the police were involved, and he got done for sexual assault. He was in the newspaper and everything. His picture was in the newspaper. So I didn't care that Michael was crying, truthfully, because I thought Michael was a scumbag anyway. It was one of those things, when you know someone's a scumbag, but people still hang around. We were all still hanging around him. I never spoke to him, but still hanging around him. I feel like it was way more... I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like SA was way more acceptable back then. I feel like no one would, in now times... No, actually, that's a lie. I was going to say no one would have, stayed being friends with Michael now, if that happened. But actually, there are loads of people who are friends with people who SA other people. Anyway, Michael was crying while listening to Giggs because he found out about me and Victor.